Welcome back. So, in this video episode, whatever you want to call it, I'm going to be working on designing the home screen. A lot of what I'm going to build and create is just basically going to be something very simple. That's all I want with this home screen. As you can see on the screen, I've got my epic for the home screen up, just like a quick little description of what it's going to do. At the top of the screen, a graph of the user's average day. You show their most productive times of the day and their least productive. Below the graph is the current day and their time entries. At the bottom is a way for the user to navigate through the app. As I'm thinking about this and as I'm thinking about how I'm going to design it, a couple of things are coming to mind that I'm going to change real quick here. Is instead of saying the user's average day, it's going to be a graph of the user's let's see, current day. So if it was today, then it would just be like whatever they've entered in for today with the with their stuff. Bear with me, you'll see what I'm talking about when I start designing. Most productive times of the day and their least productive are shown. Yeah, we're gonna keep that up. Below the graphs, current day and time entries. Yep. And then at the bottom is the way for the user to navigate through the app. I'm actually thinking about that. I'm not 100% certain I want to do that. So material.io. Oh man, I wrote it wrong. Hold on. So I'm looking at like material components, and what I was originally thinking is some sort of a bottom navigation, but I'm not sure I'm going to be doing that. Maybe a bottom app bar. We will see. I'll start playing around with that and start thinking about some of that. But either way, they need a way to navigate to like the settings or previous days and such, and then they also need a way to enter a new times. So actually, let's add that in here. Let's see. There is a way for users to enter new information for the current time. All right, so we'll keep that. All right. So I'm not a designer. I'm not really that good. It's very basic, very simple for me. I kind of just know what looks good and what doesn't just by using apps and stuff. But there are a lot of material resources out there for me to go and look at stuff and be able to get an idea. So the first thing was material components. This is where all of Google's material.io. This is where all of Google's information on material design is held and where they update everything and et cetera, et cetera. So like you can walk through and you can look at this. I'm not gonna go through all of it, but basically you can look at their design system and get an idea of what they have put together and what we could potentially use. But then the other big one, the biggest one that's a great location to go and look for designs is what's called Dribbble. Dribbble, dribbble.com. And this is a really cool site, if you haven't seen it or you haven't looked at it before, where designers go and they just put up their stuff to show off. A lot of this is how designers will go and they'll get design contracts because they're showing off all of their abilities, and people will go through here and are like, oh, this is cool, we should do this, we should make this look really nice. And what's kind of cool is you can actually go and you can save some of these. So like you can hit the save button there on that, and people leave comments, and then you can add it to other different files and things like that. So there you go. What I have done is pulled up a description or some mobile designs, because you can break this down by like all of them: the animations, branding, illustration, mobile, print, product design, typography, and web design. And like mobile is obviously what I'm going to be building for, I hope. And I just threw in a graph, and like I could sit and say, all right, shots. I'm going to refresh this real quick. Let's see if anything new pops up. Nothing much new. And so it's just going to show us everything that's like the latest and what people are really looking at and what they're really excited about. So I'm going to walk through some of these and kind of see if there's anything that caught my eye. Now, I've already done this previously. See stuff like this where I see this graph right here, and we'll take a look at it. And you see how there's this under this shading. Let's see if I can zoom in a little. Shading underneath it. I kind of like that. That seems to be a theme, because I'm seeing it in a couple of other designs. Oh, X. There's the X. Like over here, you see how there's that. It's over here too. So there is that. This is neat. It's a neat little looks like it's a sleep monitor. Oh, cool. So they have like a little bottom sheet, and you can go and look at their baby sleep stuff. And you have a white noise. That's cool. So you see even here, like, see how they have that under? That's awesome. I like that. All right, let's go ahead and set out. Probably is going to be designing some of this stuff. All right, well, let's see. I saw this app previously, and I like how there is this big button down here at the bottom. And this is very iOS-y, and you see they say like slide to record. So you slide and it starts recording. Even though that's iOS-y, we can still grab it and use it on Android. I've done that a bunch of times where designers have introduced something to me for that has iOS components in it, and I just go and I build them. They have to be custom. Let's see. Then I found this guy. This guy's amazing when it comes to his designs and everything. And I really love the monochrome feel of it. How it's mainly using black, white, and grays to accomplish everything. And that to me is just awesome. That is kind of a theme now with a lot of apps, it seems, where they pick they use white and then they pick one or two other colors and use those. Let's see, there is this cryptocurrency app. I kind of like how this is set up right here, and then you've got all of this right there. So volume open and everything. So this guy has an Instagram page, and you can go through and you can see like he uses a lot of stuff. Like he's good. I would hire this guy in a heartbeat for designing some pretty awesome apps. Like, look how he has this graph right down here, and then a progress indicators and statistics and stuff. So like this would be a really cool thing to kind of keep an eye on for maybe later, this type of a design for another screen. I don't know what yet, though. That's the only thing. Looks like something failed to load. All right, let's refresh this page because it's probably really old. There we go. Ooh, he added this in. That looks awesome. All right, so I want to take what he has, some of his stuff, and kind of use it as inspiration. There probably isn't too much that I'm going to be able to accomplish really quick. Another thing is colors. Colors are hard. If I go over to material design and I go to the resources, they have a cool color tool that you could use if you want to kind of match some of the material design stuff if you haven't played around with it before. So you've got your primary color, your light, and your dark. So if I scroll down, I kind of want an orange, and you can see here they've given us like these 3 different colors. You could even do select a secondary and make it yellow, and then you see how those pop up. You can see it in different types of screens as well if you wanted. Okay, so I'm not really that, like, this is not a really good quick way to figure things out. Instead, there's this account on Instagram that I follow that I absolutely love, Awesome Color. This person creates color palettes for you, and you can see that there are like 4 different palette colors that all kind of match together. This is how I got most of my colors myself. So I really like them, whoever they are. If you know them, let me know so I can thank them for everything. You can see some of the colors here are just really amazing. See how this green matches really nice with this dark. It's like a Antarctic deep. It's like a gray green. It's really nice. So what I'm looking for is just the feel. And if you want to look and dive into the deep of color theory, but color theory is kind of where colors create different emotions in you. You may have noticed it, like blue's calming, red's angering, green is growth, I think, and then orange is energy, energetic. You're feeling really good. And this is kind of really going to be hard because I don't necessarily want the color to influence what the person is feeling when they're entering it, but at the same time, I also want it to convey a really neat feeling. So what I'm going to basically select is an orangish feel, kind of like this. That's a dark color. Wolfsbane. That's nice. Sunset papaya. No. Let's see. It's more of an orange carnelian or red orange. But the blaze orange is really nice. Oh, it's bright. So maybe something. Here we go. So kind of like this. Blissful yellow. That's nice. And apricot peel. That's cool. So let's copy this hex and kind of put it into the color tool. We're going to do custom. Gonna reset everything. There we go. Yeah, that's not bad. Looks nice. What about this one, this apricot? If I made that the secondary. Yeah, no, that's not gonna work. Yeah, that color won't work. But if we go and we look at like this, you can see this, they pulled it from nature, and I really like that. So let's grab this pumpkin soup and see how that looks. It's not bad. It's a little muted, which is good. Alright. You know, we're just going to go and pick a color and kind of stick with it real quick. Orange danger. That's pretty orange. Oh yeah, that's very... Let's scroll all the way up to the top. I think there was one that I really enjoyed. Yeah, this bonfire is really nice. Nope. Looks good there. Golden Rambler. Nope. Maybe we could just go with green. Yeah, green's nice. Oh yeah. Or I could even swap these. Oh yeah, look at that. That's kind of cool. I like that. That's a good color combo. And I've got this white that I could use as a nice background, and then this mist for, like, if I go over to this guy. Yeah, so you see, then he's got that highlight right there. Oh, that's cool. Yep, we're going to go with this. I like the green idea because it's growth. Green is growth, and that's kind of what I want with this. All right. So what I use for when I'm prototyping and designing things is Adobe XD. I'm not really going to dive in and show you all of the details and everything because it is pretty hefty, and there are a lot of other people who are much better. So I am going to, oh, looks like my mouse is about to die. Hopefully it doesn't. All right, so I'm just going to go through. I'm going to select Google Pixel. I'm going to create it. Ta-da. All right, so using some of these designs, I'm going to go and create what I want it to look like, what I think it should look like, the home screen that is. Yeah, and I will periodically stop and talk to you about a few things here and there, but otherwise it's just going to be a bit of a speed up situation here. So I'll see you at the end. Okay, so hopefully you kind of watched and saw, and that was a little interesting. My camera did cut out at one point, so I had to pull it out and get it charging. Anyway, what I've got in front of us is basically the home screen. I think this is good. I think this is a good little simple home screen for us. I just kept it like nice green and this off-white color as well. So up at the top is the graph, and you can kind of see like I've got a nice little squiggly. Up here is the dates. So if the way I'm envisioning it is if the user taps on one of these, like yesterday, the 1st, tomorrow, the 5th, they'll be able to see past data, or they'll be able to see like empty ones. Maybe even I could get to a point where I'm like, here, this is predicting what you usually are on a Thursday. This is what it's going to be for you, whatever. So we're gonna see. I'm gonna play around with that. I might even just actually make today all the way over here, and then they can see all of their other stuff. We'll play around. Down here at the bottom is what's called a bottom sheet and material components. It's something that comes up from the bottom, and you can kind of swipe up to get the full screen if you want. It's got the time and then the average of their motivation, their energy, and their focus, and that's all I'm really going to show. I was trying to fit all three here, but it was getting really cluttered, and I don't want that. I don't want that at all. I've got the times here, the average, and then here is a little floating action button, so the user can hit the tap on the floating action button, and then we're going to be able to allow them to enter in the information. I'm not sure exactly how I want to make that yet. Up here at the top is going to be the gear icon. That's going to be the settings, so they can tap on that and then they can go into certain settings and update it. I was trying to grab the icon itself from Material Icons, but I couldn't. Oh well. All right, so that's the home screen as it stands, and then I've got these two alternate right here that I'm playing around with and kind of trying to figure out if I want. So the idea is that the user taps on the graph. This is what's called scrubbing, where you can go back and forth on the graph, and then it's just showing them, all right, this is your average at this point, and then this is kind of where that type of thing. I'm not sure if I want this. This is what's called a tooltip, maybe not, because I'm thinking finger's going to be over that, and then it's going to be hidden. Then over here would be the other option where they put the finger on and then it pops up over down underneath the graph itself. And yeah, there you go. That's it. So I can see some technical challenges that are going to be coming into play, like this whole bottom sheet component right here. I need it, when it comes up, it needs to come all the way to the bottom of the graph and just like stay under it until the user swipes up. But you know, that may not be such a bad thing. It usually comes up about halfway, and I can kind of play around with that. But anyway, I like this design. I think it's nice. It's got great feel to it, great depth. It's really nice because it's just using the three colors, that darker color for the text. So that's one thing. You want your text color to be kind of different from your other colors I've noticed in designs, because when you do that, it makes the text really pop out, and having this dark color as the for the text really contrasts it with this off-white and the green. I like that a lot, and then I'm using this off-white all over the place just for that. All right, so this is the design. This is what it is. Next step is going to be just going through and creating stories based off of this design, and then kind of figuring out what feature, how I want to go and build those features out and such later. So, all right. If you enjoyed this, if you liked it, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you can see the next video in this series and know when I'm going to be putting it out. Hit the like button. That really does help the algorithm. It tells the algorithm that this is worth watching and tells other people worth watching. So please, if you want other people to watch this, do that. Also hit the share button. Share it too. Share it with a friend. It's kind of cool to I'm sure, to see someone going through and building this stuff. All right. Otherwise, see you in the next one. Bye.